we enjoy the turkey and the football, you can easily forget about your four-legged friends as well. Joining us in studio to share more about the holiday hazards to avoid is Dr. Wade Tate with Lakeshore Veterinary Specialist and his puppy, Ruby. And she's being so good that I'm not going to pay too much attention to her so our viewers can see her beautiful face. Oh my gosh, she's so cute. But you know, can you talk about some of the big things that you see, especially the day of Thanksgiving? Lots of people getting ready during the holidays. What do you see in your ER?
Well, I would say, especially with the getting ready, you see a lot of things where dogs will escape from the house, get hit by a car. People come over, they have their luggage that they aren't used to having out, and so a dog will get into the luggage and eat prescription medications or the chewing gum, the sugar-free chewing gum. So they'll get into a lot of stuff that maybe isn't around normally that all of a sudden with new people in the house is. New dogs, dog fights. So
gosh, you don't think of dogs getting hit by cars, but that's one of the most tragic things you can think of.
Yep, everybody goes out to rush to greet grandma and the dog runs out of the door and runs into the street. Wow,
and something else to think about are dogs with chronic illnesses. And I didn't even think of that either, but the ones that are elderly, you just, your mind escapes and...
Yeah, plan ahead for medication refills if you need to, because all of a sudden everybody's closed, and if you run out of your prescription medications for your dog who has a seizure, you don't want to have to go to the emergency room to get more meds.
Right. And one table food to avoid, if there was one to really avoid for your dog.
One table food? I think the one that people are the least aware of are raisins and grapes. They are toxic and cause kidney injury, but just your big old fatty meal is not good for a dog either. They can get pancreatitis and have just a lot of GI upset, vomiting and such.
You know, my family, they love to feed my little Scotty Murphy. So if they have to feed him something off the table, what would be the best thing? Would it be a clean piece of turkey maybe?
Yeah, that would be fine as long as there aren't any other kind of food allergies, but really vegetables too. So your green bean, your carrot, as long as it's not bathed in sugar and fat, it's probably good for them.
It's so early for you, isn't it?
It is.
She's yawning during our interview. I love it. Little Ruby, you're being such a good girl. You know, and do you suggest boarding little dogs like Ruby, do you think, during the holidays? Is that a good idea, or just, you know, keep an eye out for them?
I think you keep an eye out. You don't have to, but if it is going to be chaotic and hectic and they're, I could come up with ways where it might be nice for them to have a break that way as opposed to having to deal with all the other stuff going on at the house.
And how could I avoid talking about bones, by the way, swallowing them, especially for small dogs? Is that something to really look out for?
Absolutely. I think animal bones are really dangerous, actually. They cause a lot of problems, and I would avoid them in all situations.
Okay, well, thank you so much. Lakeshore Veterinary Specialist has 3 locations in Glendale, Port Washington, and Oak Creek. You can find out more in the links section of TMJ4.com. Dr.